Hello, warlords, tacticians, strategists, and honorable knights. We are hunting an inferior party. Well, he likes us, Kunya's Noyan. Yeah, good to see you, Hardball. I've heard that you defeated Nelja Noyan and ever since have been anxious to cross swords with you. Well, that is what we will do now. So this will be a regular fight. We are more powerful. But this is, yeah, how it goes if you're smart, right? Then you only attack someone if you are actually more powerful. I say this only once, Kunya's Noyan. Surrender or die. So be it. Defend yourself. So we lost a little bit. Let's charge the enemy. So I have actually arranged the army in a way that we are better, because from my city I saw this party and just went after them. We've got a lot of sergeants, so the idea is hopefully to have minimal losses and gain experience for our guys, so we can actually strengthen our city's defense with top-notch targets. So we have 137 troops fit for battle against their 88. Let's charge them. So this is how it goes. Everybody, charge. So, horse archery. Land. Oh, why did you block us, dude? Down the hill. Very good. Into the throat. He's back. Very good. Another one. Bites the dust. So we are very knightly here. Well, maybe not. And another one. Road Dog Sergeant. So this is the ultimate in fighting as a knight, but there are there new enemies? Oh yeah, very good. Up the hill we can't really charge a lot. There's someone. These guys are nasty because they can actually... I missed them. There's someone. Oh, come on, buddy. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Oh, a poor woman. Well, she can be... Oh! That's the biggest problem, like traffic accidents. There's someone. These guys are really nasty. Oh, I missed him, but not this one. And this one, so he just broke down. Yeah, there we go. Well, I think it's time for the huge sword. There you go. And that one. Do we get to him? Yeah, very good. That's it. So that was a typical fight, right? At least for Hardball. So guys, now you have an impression how a battle goes, and that's actually one of my tips, actually to come flanking. I mean, you can do it in a way, you know, that maybe you take your cavalry. So by clicking, I have it on 0 for everybody. Everyone hear me? You can see here, right in the lower left corner, and then you can also buy 1 infantry, 2 archers, 3 cavalry, for example. Give the movement orders, F1, follow me. And then you can lead them into the flank, for example. So as we can see, why is no one coming? Because the battle is over. Okay, well. But that's how theoretically it works, right? So, sending them to the flank, maybe. And that was it. Okay. Sending them to the flank and then riding around. But I personally find that it's actually just sufficient to let everybody charge. Yeah, a good old Germanic full charge. Yeah, primitive tactics. And then just ride alone around the enemies with your lance and trying to deliver couched lance damage, which basically, if you hit someone right, then you insta-kills everybody basically, if your horse is quick enough. And yeah, and that's basically it. Yeah, that way they will shoot you, it's dangerous, but if you have a good armor, then that works. So, we have 6 killed, maybe an archer, 2 legal veterans, horseman is dead, okay, the horseman is dead, 2 manhunters is fine. Yeah, by the way, I picked these guys up, these slavers, manhunters and mercenaries, and I'm just using them now. I know it doesn't feel ethical, but I just use these guys. They are rather expensive for the upkeep, but they are good units, and I just use them in the front, you know, like the front line basically, which has the highest risk of death. Yeah, and that's how we use them. So, enemy casualties, 72 of 80. That's good. So we go. Aha! Konias Noyen. Stop, I yield! The good thing is we are honorable and we say you have fought well, you are free to go. Which increases our standing with the guy, and we also gain honor. Honor is everything, right? You are indeed a man of honor, sir. I shall not forget this. And there we go. Very good. Ah, yeah. Oh. Sharpshooters. So these guys... Let's take them prisoner because we can ransom them. They are expensive veterans, so but just one, right? Veteran spearmen. These guys, 4 more. It's very convenient. Everybody. So, excuse me. And now we have to allocate some stuff, but we get loot. A battered surcoat over mail. Okay. Let's get that one. A board shield. Can't be used on horseback, so it's not... Oh, excuse me. It's not according to my personal strategy. But let's actually... enhance this video a little bit, and I'll give some tips. So, as you can see, I have a lot of horses here, which also increases my speed, right? So, arguably, those are too many horses, and I don't even know if it makes a difference. I probably should experiment on that, but well, I have them at the moment, and now we have all the stuff, so it's not worth much anyway. But every dinar counts, of course, which is kind of sad, but it's okay. So, otherwise, there's nothing. We are beyond that, so we have a reinforced winged great helmet for ourselves. But let's look into the equipment stuff a little bit. So this is the battle. We got a lot of experience. So now, how to do it, how to manage your party. So all the heroes here that I have, they are well equipped. But let's have a talk. Via the talk, we can ask them for their equipment. So he's got a crude surcoat, and we got a better 141. Okay. His surcoat is slightly better. But I arranged it like this. So like the heavy fighters come up, they come first, and they have the best armor, and I always just look going down if someone is worse equipment. So it's also bettered one. Maybe Artemer. A rusty one. Ah, yeah, very good. So he gets an upgrade thanks to this fight. That's great. Which is also a good thing. because running around in rusty armor is maybe not the best thing. So this is our lovely Ymira. She's got the thick Burnie. And actually, yeah, let's have the rusty surcoat. So this one here. Yeah. 2000. Oh, well, actually, this is considered better for some reason. Weight 7. Weight 17, sorry. Maybe actually, no, I think, well, for some reason, the thick, it's because of the thick. I think that's the thing. So that's another tip right now. So if you want to buy or build or loot something, the situation, the condition an item is in, like if it's battered, if it's crude or rusty, that reduces the value of the item, but it's not necessarily worse than other items, lower tier items, right? So the main hero here, Hardball, the Super Knight, has reinforced plates, but the reinforced gives extra points for protection, but of course the special, you could say, ability of the item makes it way more expensive. Thick plate armor, reinforced winged helmet, lordly gauntlet. So lordly, so far from what I've seen, is the best you can get, but of course it becomes extremely expensive. That's why we only have lordly gauntlets here, and everything else is unaffordable. Yeah. So, and what I'm saying is that it can be a good thing, you know, to rather have a rusty, higher tier item than something that is thick or reinforced or lordly or something, but of way lower tier. So it's always worth to check it, right? So, but she got an upgrade, that's great. So this, just because of that, this battle was worth it. But as you can see, I'm beyond the regular items here at this point. And as you can see, at the heart, I am an economist and we are trading, of course. So that's our party here. And now doing, yeah, the upgrade. So this guy, the mercenary swordsman, 21 dinars per week, becomes a higher blade. I've got 4 of these guys, so these are tough. 32 dinars, that's really expensive. But apparently they are really good. So, slave driver, I'm usually just upgrading everything, but it depends. So it can be a good thing to keep higher numbers of units in your city or in your castle, I think, for deterrence. And let's have these guys. And the Vagier infantry, yeah, there we go. So I wanted to see the Vagier guard. Now we have 1 Vagier guard. Yeah, that's the... Nice. Okay, the guy doesn't have a shield. I don't like that very much. But he costs 20. That's what I wanted to try out, actually, because I didn't remember the Vagier. And do we have the Vagier rider? No, not yet. Horsemen. Yeah, they can become Vagier Knights. Actually, that's great that I have this one on camera. So this is also the next tier. So what's the difference here? It doesn't look like there is any. Except for these guys have a bigger axe, I guess. But they have the longer thingy, the longer sickle-shaped axe that they can use from horseback. Right? But this one costs 38 and the guard 20. So actually, like for defensive purposes, in a castle it would be better to have Vagier guards, I guess, like as heavy shock infantry, right? So let's have some of them, actually, for defensive purposes. Ah, very good. And we've got Nord Huskarls, who are basically the best infantry unit. They've got a great shield, as we can see, so that's actually good against being shot. Yeah, but they cost 26, of course, so 6 more. That is, of course, significant if you consider it, you know, like in dozens of men. yeah, but otherwise, so, and very good. And we've got the Rodok Sergeant. So this is one of my favorites. I like the Rodoks, actually. I started as Swadia, but the Rodoks have actually really good units, which are also rather cheap. So the Rodok Sergeant comes with this tower shield. Very good protection, good or better helmet than these Vagiers. But I guess, yeah, he only has this military cleaver or something. And I think that's it. So he doesn't have... Maybe he can throw something, I'm not sure, I don't remember. Yeah, and here we've got the Swardian man-at-arms, and we can get knights thanks to this. Where are they? Where are they? I'm blind. There. So these are basically the toughest, but they are also the most expensive ones. 44. So the Vega Knight costs only 38. 44. Right. So I think the Swady Knight is like on horseback, it's the toughest unit. Let's specialize our Nords as being infantry, so they are basically the toughest infantry. I think they can throw axes, which is also a good thing. So, well, I think that was a pretty nice battle. Yeah, and this is where we can end. Thanks for watching, but just for an overview. The situation in this game, so I'm not doing a let's play here, but I just show you some highlights. What I did was use an opportunity because the Rindia castle was relatively weak, so I guess the Kyrgyz Khanate, yeah, the Kyrgyz. So these guys here, they had put a lot of their troops forward, I guess. And of course we want to get back our city, right? Like for our kingdom. Because, well, I guess Dirim is basically maybe one of the cities that is actually contested, but I think it started out and the culture is Swadian around here anyway, so naturally we would say that it's part or should be part of Swadia, right? However, our kingdom lost a lot, but we still have Haringoth Castle, Maras Castle up here, Wien Court Castle and Uxal. So, right, that's the situation. So, and I had taken this castle here together with one of our friends, but it was immediately retaken. But I think that further reduced the ability of the Kyrgyz Khanate to do any offensive action, right? So I guess the arms race and the war with them should come to an end, right? The king of Swadia declared war to curb the other realm's power. The fighting has gone on for some time. The war may end soon with the troops. Okay. So that's what we did. Although my personal goal for this war was actually for our kingdom, where we are only a vassal at this point, to retake Dirim. But I guess the next wars will see them reduced a little bit more, right? Because Rindia Castle is rather weak, and my hope is that they will reduce their garrison of Dirim significantly. Yeah, because they had like several dozens of these knights here, the Vega knights in there. They were just standing on the wall, and also a couple of sharpshooters, but mostly actually infantry units. But these guys are really tough, of course, and that was just too much, right? So, but this was a nice battle, I think, that demonstrated some of the mechanics and, yeah, how I personally roll. I wasn't at the best, I would say, but yeah, the character looks like this now. This is how we look, by the way. Still the hair of a youth. But I guess it could actually, at some point, it could actually become necessary to grow another set of hair, you know? Because at some point we will marry. It's not so far away. Because, oops, sorry. Let's stay on the pause. Because we have actually increased our standing with a couple of ladies. Several actually. So there is, for example, was it Birgit? Yeah, she likes us. She's favorable to us. Then there is, was it Claudora? No. She likes us also, but where was it? Gelta? No, that was not. But Gudrun. Right, yeah. Gudrun is someone I personally like, but she's only cooperative, so it was pretty hard to do anything. But she would come with quite a number of people in her family, and they all, or some of them, like us already very much. Boya Aiden, for example, is cooperative. Knuda likes us very much. He's loyal to us even, yeah, because I did a lot of stuff for him, helped him a couple of times. I think I even broke him out of prison and stuff. So Lady Gudrun would certainly be nice. I'm not sure if she's a nice person though, but she has the highest moral standards, and that can't be bad, right? I would like to have an ambitious lady, however. That would be, no, that's it. But she likes us as well, yeah? I like her. Kately, was it Kately? Ah yeah, there, she. Ah yeah, and she also has a little bit more family, like at least two. This guy, he's gracious to us. That's the thing. And his daughter, it's a brother, Surdun, and he's also gracious to us. So also they are fun because they are red hair. Yeah, that's the situation. Or was it Katja? She likes us. Well, lots of the ladies like us actually. Oh my goodness, so who are they? Or was it Sihafan? It's also favorable. Sulahan has no friends. Sihafan. Oh yeah, she. Oh yeah, she's the one actually. So her family fled. Ah yeah. No, also highest moral standards. Oh, sorry. There are so many ladies. Or was it Thera? Also. It was a blonde one. I don't know which one. Yeah. I have to admit we are not very deeply in love with her. She wants to be a man. There we go. So this was it. Lady Afrit. So she wants to marry well and make her mark in the world. But yeah, of course, she's possibly not the nicest person. She also looks kind of devilish, maybe a little bit. But I would like to have someone, because it says she may be a tremendous asset for her husband. Yeah, but then of course she will not marry us for ourselves, but only for what she thinks she can accomplish with our help, right? So, but he's fond of us, good brother. Yeah, but that would be it. So that's what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, rather go for the ambitious one or someone with very high standards and a good extended family that can be loyal friends, right? So, and one of them, by the way, so one guy actually has Reverend and that Nemea. So she's that guy is basically our associated friend, yeah, because these villages they belong to the castle, right? So that's the general situation right now. Yeah, these guys, they are rather powerful, but there has been a balance. So yeah, they had taken Sargoth at some point, but there is some balance. And of course we need to take back Rehoboth Castle, but I'm not going against the Nords at this point. War just broke out, by the way, with Rodok. with the road dogs. Yeah. Oh, and they actually had the upper hand in the fighting. Okay, so it's time that we get into the sway. But what I want to do is actually either take Colmar Castle or Ergayon Castle. Ergayon should be easier because it had been Nord not so long ago. The Nords had conquered it, and then like this one here. So this is like I wanna control the area around the river and through this mountain range. Yeah, that's what I wanna do. Then after that I wanna go for Etrosk Castle. And then we actually have control of this area. And then Yalen will fall as our second city. That's my plan. And then I want to take over the road dogs, actually. Because I like their soldiers a lot. And yeah, well, we are vassal here with this guy. With King... What is it actually? Who's our king? What's his name again? King Harlaus, yeah. That's the guy. He likes us too, because we are defective. Yeah. And, oh yeah, Nara actually was part of the yellow people. The Saranid Sultanate. But they lost it again, not so long ago. So it would actually be also worth picking, but it's too exposed, too far away. That's actually not very smart. But we could actually also take Seluska Castle. So maybe I should send some people there and help with the siege. Yeah, just make more for the kingdom. But for ourselves, we want Colmar Castle and Ergayon Castle. So, and now that we had already Rindia Castle besieged and conquered, so maybe that is an argument that for the next castle that we will conquer for ourselves and we can keep it as well, right? So, and I want to have this one here, Colmar. Although there's a lot of stress with the mountain bandits over here most of the time, but I guess we'll be fine. So, but Ergayon Castle would also be a good thing, but it's more exposed. Yeah, a bit more exposed, and the Nords usually come there as well. So I think it's strategically it's probably better to go rather here. Weaken Yalen. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Now you know a little bit more about Mount Blade Bannerlord. Yeah, and we'll see how this continues. See you next time. You can also click the subscribe button and the like button. Bye bye.